Hi, welcome to this overview for AC 150. This is Accounting Principles 2. I'm Dave Aldridge. I'm your instructor for this quarter. I thought I would start by telling you a little bit about me and my background. I've been teaching online for Globe University for 9 years now. I teach primarily accounting and finance courses, and I started in academia teaching on the Shakopee campus, if any of you are familiar with that, where I was in charge of the accounting and business programs. In 2008, I left Minnesota and moved to Salt Lake City, which is where I live now. And so in addition to the online classes, I teach for Globe University and the Minnesota School of Business and Broadview University. I'm also a full-time professor at Salt Lake Community College. So again, this is Accounting Principles 2, AC 150. This may not be your exact course. This is just one I've chosen for this presentation. So throughout the quarter, I'm going to have announcements posted here. Please read those. If I'm sending something out to you, it's probably important. There's some instructor information you can read about, a little bit more about my background, some syllabus. I'd encourage you to watch that, but I want to start with the content. So let's click on the Content tab. There's a course addendum, which kind of gives you the points breakdown and what weeks we're covering what topics. I've also posted discussion board grading guidelines and some late work policy. You need to be familiar with that. Please read through it. My late work policy is pretty strict, and one of the primary areas is I don't really give exceptions. I don't like being put in a situation where I have to decide which student has a good reason for being late and which student does not. And so I will allow everything to be late within a very narrow window. There is a late penalty for that, though, so please watch that as well. Let's go ahead and click on Unit 1. I want to talk about a few of the things in the unit. Okay, so the accounting textbook we're using, just about to the end of this textbook actually. This is the 9th edition by Horngren, Harrison, and Oliver. So it looks like this. And this actually will become the 10th edition starting in the fall. So this will be just about to the end of this. This textbook, as you know, you used it in Accounting Principles 1. It's used in Accounting Principles 2, and then Managerial Accounting. Okay, My Accounting Lab, it's important to register for My Accounting Lab, and you ought to do it right away. We have assignments due every week, including the first week. And here's some information about how to register. Once you log into My Accounting Lab, you'll be asked to enter a course ID. If you're in the specific course that I'm recording right now, then the course ID is my last name and those 5 numbers. It's possible, though, that you're in a different course, and so please check your Unit 1 to make sure that you have the right course ID. Okay, if you've used My Accounting Lab from your previous course, it's not a problem. You just log in, enter that course ID, enter your previous login to Pearson, and follow the instructions. It'll take you right in. If for some reason you didn't use My Accounting Lab in your previous class, and then you should register and enter the access code that came with your book. If you don't have your books yet, or you don't have that access code, or you're waiting to purchase the access code, please note that you can register right now, today, and get access, temporary access, for 17 days. This gives you not only access to My Accounting Lab, but also access to the eText. So if you don't have your materials, there's no excuse to start late. In fact, starting late is the #1 reason why, I guess I should say falling behind is the #1 reason why students fail this course. So don't start late. Start today with everybody else. Okay, I want to show you, this course may be a little bit different than some that you are familiar with. I have created, or will be creating for this course, I don't actually At the time I'm recording this, I don't have all of them done. I'm trying to create little short podcasts to help you understand the material, and I think they sort of follow what an in-class lecture might be like. And so what I've tried to do, and so you can see in this Unit 1, there are 5 podcasts that you should watch. They're put in some kind of order to help you move through the material, so you should follow the order that I have here. And then when a specific podcast like this one, click here for the podcast on perpetual FIFO. Once you've watched that, if it relates specifically to a homework problem like this case, then what I suggest that you do is go to My Accounting Lab, go to that homework set B, and do problem E617. So this is, I think, absolutely the best way to do this course. Don't wait till Sunday night, then try to do all the reading and all of the podcasts and all of the homework. I have broken this out into very small and manageable pieces for you. And so you can, watch this 10-minute podcast on FIFO and then go work a homework problem on FIFO. And then you can come back and do LIFO and do the homework. And if you want to do average cost on another day, you can do that as well. It's a very manageable way and a way for you to help you understand and grow with the material. Most chapters have demo docs. These also are good presentations to help explain the material, and I would strongly encourage you to watch those. In this particular unit, a little bit different than the others, our Unit 1, Assignment A is actually a review of the accounting cycle from Accounting Principles 1. So it's a way for you to measure how well you understand the material. I will tell you that in My Accounting Lab, I have loaded up the demo docs for those chapters. So if you want, when you log into My Accounting Lab, you'll see the accounting cycle review. If you want to take, 45 minutes and kind of watch those in order to refresh your accounting cycle memory, that's not a bad idea. Here is the Assignment B. Of course, this is due in My Accounting Lab. If you see a bunch of terminology about Course Compass, that's My Accounting Lab. If you see some terminology about an extension, well, I can tell you, you won't see that terminology about an extension because I'm going to delete that because I forgot I already had. Haven't done that yet. So you won't see it in your course because there is no extension. With the 17 days of temporary access, there's no reason why a single student in this class should start late. So complete your work on time. The financial statement analysis project, I've posted, I have a video link. I don't have it loaded in here yet, but when you click in your course, you'll see a video link. It's a little introduction to this project. This is a quarter-long project. You're going to be working on it as we go and submitting it at various times. You want to make sure you're up to date on that. Okay, now normally I would be done with this overview, but I've made some changes in Unit 2 going forward, and I wanted to talk about those. So let me go to Unit 2. Okay, Unit 2, same idea. Here are our podcasts, and here's the homework that it relates to. Demo docs as it relates to Unit 2. You'll find that helpful. Okay, so in Unit 2, and this is what we'll have going forward. Assignment A is a My Accounting Lab assignment, and so that assignment should be completed in My Accounting Lab. Those problems are going to be similar to the problems in your back of your textbook, but not exactly the same. And as students in this class, you'll be working the similar problems, but you won't be working the exact same problem as other students. A typical way that this is set up is when you are working in My Accounting Lab, you'll have 3 chances to check your work before the correct answer is shown to you and allowed to move on. And that's still the case. I want you though to look at Assignment B. I'm going to give you the option for Assignment B. I know that some students like to do the homework when we do it in Excel, and if you remember from your Principles 1 course, you probably had to submit some work in Excel. Some students like to do that and get the personal feedback from me, and if you want to do that, then I'm going to allow you continue with that option. And so you can choose option 1, which is complete the assignment in Excel and submit it to me, and I'll have it graded no later than Wednesday of the following week. So if you prefer the personalized feedback, you can choose that option. However, I'm going to give some of you another option if you would like, and that, or I'll give all of you this other option if you'd like, and that is option 2. And I know that some students like to do the homework in my accounting lab and like to get that immediate feedback. So if you would like, you can complete assignment B in my accounting lab. Therefore, in this link here, you just need to submit a little comment saying you completed it. You should do the same thing for the assignment A, by the way. And then, again, no later than Wednesday, and actually usually Tuesday, I'll copy those grades over from my accounting lab to Campus Connect. So if you prefer the immediate feedback, you might want to choose this. Now, one exception. Because the students who are going to do it in Excel only get to do it one time and submit it, and that's what their grade is, the same will happen here for assignment B. So you won't get 3 chances to check your work. You'll just get 1 chance to check your work. Okay, and then one final note. You cannot choose both options. Specifically, if you do the assignment in my accounting lab, that becomes your grade. What I absolutely won't accept is a student goes into my accounting lab, does the problem, sees the solution, then types that up in Excel and submits it to me. If I see someone doing that, I'm going to refer you, well, I think you should see the academic dishonesty section, and we'll refer you to your campus so they can work with you on that issue. Don't do it. You can choose one or the other. You cannot choose both. And as again you can see in Unit 2, there's an assignment C, and that is going to be the part 1 of the financial analysis project. Okay, so going forward, you will have the option 1 or 2, depending on what you like to do. I hope that you guys enjoy that option. Okay, if you have any questions then about the course, please let me know.